Sorry, chat. I was watching everything while I was finishing first lunch. I see the nonsense. I see exactly what you guys didn't think I'd witness. A potato penis wider than it is longer. And they call it yeah, but you know there's like words that are the exact same thing that mean the exact same thing, but they're two different words because people want to be different. They want to be off meta. It's like we have multiple phrases. You know how many times you can say like writers invent phrases for like said? Because if you went through a book and it was all just said, character said, now character yelled, character explained, character emphasized. There are different words for the same thing, dude. Crashing out versus making bad decisions. It's the same, man, but like phrases. It's not like it's like German or Australian where there's like random words for like events that we already have terms for. Like in order to differentiate their countries from the rest of the world. Like you go, what do they call when you trip over a sidewalk that's slightly ajar in Germany? That's a Schlitzentrippen, all right? A Schlitzentrippen. They just got a word for it. I don't know why, but they just got a word for it, dude. Is the barn door open? Hey, your zipper's undone. Like, do we need multiple phrases? Fun fact, said becomes invisible to reader. Amateur writers use too many tags and draw attention to it. Boom. Look at Bob's toes. Bringing the actual advanced meta writing tip. Bobs, do you publish yourself? Are you a writer or are you just part of our writing? You know how there's that thing about like doctors hate watching doctor shows like ER because it's all wrong? Grey's Anatomy is the dumbest thing ever as far as medical malpractice. So you see that a lot. Police don't like police shows. That kind of stuff. I feel like taking advice from like our writing is like good when you're very first starting up. But like it's almost the same thing as like, so I'm a Twitch streamer and I used to go on like our Twitch to see what they talk about. And like the advice they give is it's good and it's bad. But I feel like the bad sometimes outweighs the good. Like the good advice they give is like don't spend that much time streaming, spend time putting content out on other platforms. Like do 50-50, that kind of stuff. But they get like really bad advice too, right? They give stuff like about, you know, they kind of banned it, like follow for follow. There was that for a while to build up your following. Some of the worst advice I see there is something that I'm currently doing, which is running minimum amount of ads. Nobody cares about ads. I've come to realize this. Nobody clicks off because of ads. My viewership numbers are no higher or no lower due to the amount of ads I run. People complain, but like the content's the content. They're coming back no matter what. The biggest streamers on this platform run 20 minutes of ads an hour. So that's the issue. Is like, okay, then say you're an amateur writer going over to our writing and like they're giving advice. And like what's crazy is like in the advice threads, if you look at a lot of these things on these subreddits, the advice will conflict with each other, so you don't know who to take. Just like the drink coffee, don't drink coffee advice. Yeah, like people have made it through various ways that there is no like true best meta other than diversify yourself on platforms. Still grinding Marvel Rivals? Hell yeah, dude. You only like Marvel Rivals because of Squirrel Girl's ass, all right? I see right through you in your, oh, I'm better than Madden Ultimate Team. I know why you play it. I understand that you need a animated girlfriend in order to feel anything in life. So don't come in here and say you're better than Madden Ultimate Team. Hella is better. Hella, what are you, Jug? Whoa! Nice! Jamie Foxx got cloned. Is that a movie reference? What are we talking about? How you doing this fine Friday? Not bad, Parker. How you living? Hopefully better than I was last night. So I took out the garbage late at night and then like I went, obviously washed my hands. And then I went to do the old night routine, which was brush teeth, floss a little bit. But I will say, you'd think that's in the right order, but it's not, man. I didn't do like a surgeon washing of like 3 minutes, 30 minutes of washing the hand type shit. There was still some stench of trash on my fingers. And so like I threw the floss down like I was like at like a wedding trying to break a plate. Like it was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Fox flosses? Yeah, bro. This ain't Fortnite though. This is called good dental health. You think I can afford a dentist? Like I said, I'm broke, not broken. So you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta just muscle through that plaque buildup. Use the water floss? The water floss. I've heard of something like that, but can you explain that further? I can imagine it being like a dentist tool they just tried to upcharge you for. The water floss so your fingers don't have to get close to your mouth. But like I've learned this lesson once, I'm not gonna make the same mistake again, right? Fox flosses with his fingers. Are you calling me Michael Strahan teeth? Call a water pick. Only somebody that makes bad reads in Madden would know that, huh? I don't know picks, man. Never heard of her. Are you too bored to buy trash? What do you mean? The trash bag has a trash that, like, okay, I'm sorry, mister. Whenever the trash gets up to a level on the trash bin, you take it out. Me, a real man, caps it. Because there's always more money in the banana stand and room in the trash bin than the trash bag takes up. So you can always push down, circulate, strangulate. Like full on Garrett style. Garrot. Use toothpicks like a real man? Okay. How are you gonna get behind your teeth with a toothpick? And no, dude. Sounds like a user error. You smash that shit. You know, dog. Yo, dog. Real knows life. You smash that shit down. You play trash can Jenga, and then whoever's the last one to top it off. Is this a Simpsons bit? I saw that one. Like, you see Homer, like, stapling trash to the rest of the trash. Fox lying. His wife makes him take it out when she pleases. I mean, if she reminds me, yeah, I'm taking that shit out, dude. Like I said, like, keep your brain empty. She doesn't like it, but yeah. No, this was me on my own, though. Edwards 1 AP deep out. I hope they never do this again as far as 0 AP abilities and Christmas, because 0 AP abilities for this last month is like, it was a fever dream of heroin, PCP, mix some Fent in there too. It was awesome and it got me addicted. Now we're gonna have this massive hangover come the 9th, and I'm like, oh right, this game sucked with no abilities because people just threw zig routes at your zones. Like, dog, is it crazy that 99 zone coverage in this game plays like zone coverage would from like an 8th grader, but then you throw an ability on and all of a sudden they're professionals again? And like, the game was solid, even though it had a lot of shit going on with it. It was actually a nice change up for a month that guys could actually get a stop on defense because you couldn't just throw at coverage and instantly catch it. Like, you remember early season Hines Ward when he first came out? You would throw the ball, he would take a hit on a player getting like a sonic boost, like the player got like ran around a bunch, and then 300-mile-per-hour hit stick, and he'd hang on to it in the middle of zones. You're like, holy shit, this Hines Ward's cracked. And you start getting more cards, and like, oh, now all these cards are doing it too. I don't have to give a fuck about what defense they're covering. Just throw a high point and nothing's ever fucking going wrong for you. Bro, we're about to be back into an L1 meta. Even though we never really left an L1 meta, at least they got up, made themselves vulnerable, so you had a longer time to try and knock that stuff out. Even though I will say I still got spec catched on even with knockouts. Fox runs back to the door after throwing out the trash. Yeah, I don't want to be thrown out like a baby in the bathwater. Don't throw the fox out with the trash. Also, scary basements. You turn the light on and then run up the stairs so you don't get caught by the demon. Fox was raised at a time when you knew Jesus personally and had pet dinosaurs. What? Old jokes in 2025? I thought we left that in 1993. M. Slavin says, what's a Gutfoxx? I'm new. You're not new. I know your relationship history, bro. Never bring your girlfriend around the Fox den. I'm sorry. I didn't need to be that mean. I did not need to be that mean, man. Let me take that back. Can we reverse course 30 seconds there? That was cruel and unusual content. Fox, don't make it so personal. We like to make fun of in jest in grandiose fashion. We like to make fun of more big visions. But I have a new, much better girlfriend now. Bro's got a rebound relationship and is trying to compensate. I get it, dude. I get it, man. Wait, hang on, Fox. Stop that. Stop that. Keep going, Fox. Cook him. Nah, I love Slavin. I love him. I'm not gonna keep cooking anything on a man's relationship. Don't make fun of family. That's like rule number 1. Would you consider girlfriend, boyfriend family? Or should we keep cooking him? These on-boost backs have been insane. Aha! Why are you talking like Speed Racer, man? Madden is great. Aha! I'm gonna go ahead and beat you in my Mach 5. Aha! Brown's theme team is weirdly good. Yeah, EA likes to be communist with it. They should only give it to the Steelers and teams that are above 500. Giving losers cards just keeps them as losers. Imagine getting like multiple top 5 picks over the last decade and still being really shitty. Can't relate, Cleveland. 307 had top 5 picks since 1970. You get your generational edge rushers at 1 overall. We get ours at 30. I don't know what number he was drafted. Built different. Better scouting. Better people. Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ is not even the best player in his family. Are you gonna make a joke of being Derek Watt? It's kind of funny how all of a sudden double team rate and chip rate doesn't matter anymore now that he doesn't have the best stats. Weird. No sacks, I mean. And nobody ever talks about run defense. We don't want to mention that. I'm so sick of this fucking argument, man. Here's my, I don't want to talk about awards no more. We saw a guy literally die on the field of football, get revived, and come back and play the sport of football, and he didn't win comeback player of the year because Joe Flacco came back from like sitting on a couch. That's when I was like, wait, hang on. The player with the best stats, the one that literally shook the hands of Jesus Christ himself, CPR to keep his heart beating, and they're like, yo, Joe Flacco won some games for Cleveland. He gets it, man. He came back from just like not having a contract for a few games. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, well, good job. They had to send out memos to voters, be like, yo, can we chill? Can you like not just like give it to guys that, I don't know, had to actually overcome something? Flacco was better, yeah, but it's not a most valuable player award. Yeah, Flacco won the MVPs of comeback player of the year. Joe Burrow should win the MVP. I don't know, man. They gave it to Lamar last year because his team had the most wins, right? Is it given to, if he makes the playoffs, I can see it. If he doesn't, I don't see them giving it to him. It's kind of how that award works. Hey, chat, have you guys ever been to a stadium that has a trough for a urinal? That shit was weird. Just drunk dudes, wangs out, not giving a fuck. Do any stadiums still currently have a urinal system? Are there any stadiums in America that is currently using, sorry, a trough system for pee? Nebraska Stadium still does? Do they really? Candlestick? Wait, no, that's dead. I bet at Wrigley Field, everyone just pisses under the seat. Wrigley's got it? They haven't updated them? Wrigley. Nayland, Jags, Beaver, Michigan State. Oh my God, PSU. Holy fuck, there's a lot more than I thought. So a lot of college stadiums that were built 100 years ago still have it. Even MLB stadiums still have troughs. Wrigley at least does. Weird. I figured they would replace that. Fenway Park had one? Wait, the Dodgers still do it? Really? In elementary school we had one? We would have a pee contest stand on one side to make it hit the other long way. Okay, yeah, when I was thinking of a trough, I was thinking much bigger, but I guess for an elementary school, everything's a little smaller. So, like the seats, you ever try to fit in an elementary school seat? Yeah, that'll have you on a diet quickly after that. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to pay some plumbers to fix that, right? Or is that part of the charm of Wrigley? Like, now that a lot of like the communal areas around rest stops. You know, we used to be able to go out to those on the highway to see each other's dicks. We no longer have that opportunity since it became stigmatized. I blame something about Mary. Now all we have is Chicago Cubs baseball. I mean, looking at the wieners hanging out is much more entertaining than watching Cubs baseball. So yeah, dicks out for Cubs baseball. The whole state of Indiana is a trough. Oh, damn. We got some Midwest slander. Dog, are people from Ohio making fun of people from Indiana? Like they're not the same people? Are you literally, like, dog, you're literally just pointing in a mirror and making fun of it. It's like two towns next to each other. Biggest rival. It's like Shelbyville and Springfield. Literally the whole thing. What are you guys talking about? What are you trying to say? They live and act just like us, but they're the worst people on the universe. Brother, you read the same newspaper. Your Facebook groups are connected. No house rules, no challenges. What's the point of it all? Oh no. EA's giving out existential crises because their content isn't up to par? You guys want to talk about McDonald's chicken nuggets? So what's the deal with McDonald's? They were built on burgers, but the burgers suck. Well, they shifted to chicken. And all of a sudden, like, I didn't realize this until not too long ago that, like, if you go to McDonald's, buy their chicken products. Because, like, the variability in chicken is not nearly close to the variability in burgers, right? Like, because it's easy to tell frozen, fresh, good, high-quality beef from bad. I don't think there's a similar thing for chicken, is there? Chicken's cheaper, and, like, deep fried, it all tastes the same. Keypad is probably broken on the BlackBerry from being around that long. It is so crazy the fall off of some of those early technology companies that had such an amazing lead. BlackBerry being one of them, like being the phone of 2005. Kodak buried digital photographs. Like, that's why I'll never understand, like, people like, oh yeah, companies don't want technology to progress. Because eventually they're gonna get got, right? Like, you can suppress it for so long. Like, Xerox had so many insane inventions in, like, the 70s and then, like, did nothing with them. And they got easily out-innovated and destroyed. People aren't wrong when they say these companies are burying it. Like, the companies end up burying themselves, right? It's kind of like we see EA now. We're all complaining and telling them what they're doing wrong and how to seemingly easy fix it, but they keep burying it, and they're gonna end up putting themselves in that hole that they dig. You're scaring chat with this talk of the red level relics such as BlackBerry? What's a red level relic? Is that like a Yu-Gi-Oh reference from Silo? Okay. Alright, well, I watched the first 15 minutes of Silo. I thought it was boring, and I didn't move on with this. Why do shows start like they're in the middle of the season and I'm already addicted? Like these shows need to understand, give me some pizzazz right away. How hard is it? The first episode should be like a fucking movie. So I watched the first part of Silo. I got like 30 minutes into it, maybe even less than that. I'm like, okay, when's the part where I wouldn't be better off just sleeping through it? The same thing also, I recently watched that Dune series. I've literally booted up 3 times now, and I kept watching. I'm like, when is this getting good? The first episode is so ass. You don't have to introduce characters like this. Silo was really good. Dog! The first 20 minutes isn't! Do you understand the current year? There are more than 4 television stations, and the 4th one that you have to maneuver your bunny ears to get. There is so much competition. Look at Stranger Things. The opening scene of Stranger Things sold my ass, man. I was straight up immediately like, all right, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Bro, no shot. Dune gets so good. Yeah, gets start good. Motherfucker, do you not know how to get a speed boost right off the fucking starting line? When you're creating these shows, imagine you're playing Mario Kart. The introductory paragraph, there's a reason why books are remembered by their first line. Call me Ishmael. It was the best of times, it was the blurst of times. There's a reason why these opening things are so important. Ozark starts off awesome too. Yeah. House of Cards episode 1 was boring. Nah, that's so long ago, I don't remember it. Are you sure about that? First episode of Narcos is incredible. I literally see people out there talk about animes like it doesn't get good till episode 84. I'm like, huh? How the fuck did you watch 84 episodes of something something, and you're like, nah, man, this is good, dude. How the hell does a show make it that long if it's not good? Until that, skip the first 103 episodes, you'll love it. Episodes 1 through 282 are filler, don't need to watch them. It's the competition model of content. There's too much amazing content out there. Like, I've spent the good majority of my life watching, consuming, creating content to have patience for things that I have to be patient for. Because, yeah, you can suffer through a half hour of Silo, or alternatively, watch the first episode of Lost